is Jenna and welcome to day 5 of the Because We Can Readathon travel edition. I'm your host for today and the challenge is the road trip challenge. We want to see you take 2 characters on a road trip together. I for one am super excited about this challenge because I absolutely cannot wait to find out what combinations of characters you guys have chosen. If you are wanting to enter today's challenge, be sure to leave a link to your entry in the comment section below before the readathon ends in your time zone. For my video, I decided to make things more complicated for myself because of course I did, and I decided to make my road trip into an Uber ride share. And to make it even more interesting, the characters that I chose were Geralt from The Witcher and Marianne Spier from the Babysitters Club. Now I know what you're thinking. Jenna, those characters don't go together. They have nothing in common. Turns out Geralt and Marianne have a little more in common than you might actually think. Check it out. Okay, 2 pickups today. Shouldn't be too bad. Hello, I need to get to Mrs. Barrett's house, please. No worries, you've plugged the address into the app. Just a heads up, this is a ride share, so we've got one other passenger to pick up and I'll be dropping them off at their destination first. A ride share? I thought this was a single Uber. Nope, sorry, budget cuts. It'd be hard pressed to find a single Uber these days. Oh, here we are. Alright, here we go. First stop is Caermoren. Right, Caermoren. I'm sorry, but why do you carry a sword? I'm a witcher. It actually brings up more questions than it does answers. A witcher fights monsters. Oh. You can't mean real monsters, right? Because real monsters don't exist? Oh. Okay. Well, I'm a babysitter, part of a club, actually, that my best friend Chrissy Thomas started. I'm the secretary. I don't really know why I'm telling you all of that. I don't suppose you ever do any babysitting. They're the only monsters I deal with. Yeah, I didn't think so. I have a ward, Siri, although I suppose she can probably take care of herself. If I was babysitting anyone, it would be Jaskier. That bard is always getting himself into trouble. Jaskier? Oh man, I love his music. Toss a coin to your witcher, a valley of plenty, a valley of plenty. Oh. I suggest you turn that off. Yep. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, we're cool. I can turn it off. I could give you some babysitting tips. Babysitting tips? For Jaskier, or for your ward, Siri. Well, what does Jaskier like to do? Cause trouble. I know all about charges causing trouble. I'm heading over to the Barrett's house right now, and while Buddy, Susie and Marnie are great kids, they can definitely cause a lot of mischief. Dawn was the first one of us to experience it, and she definitely had her hands full. The kids are much better now, but they do still like to cause trouble sometimes. How do you get them to stop? Well, I'm taking my kid kit for one. A kid kit is a box of toys and games that the kids might like to play with because they don't have them at home. It's always more fun to play with someone else's toys. Siri and Jaskier do not play with toys. Siri is getting much better with a sword though. Well, okay, how about this then? When Jaskier is causing trouble or just generally irritating you, what is your usual response? Oh, come on, you must do something. Well, once about a decade back, I was incredibly tired because I hadn't slept. I was looking for a djinn to help me sleep. Jaskier wouldn't shut up, so I ended up yelling at him. And did that help? No. We angered the djinn and Jaskier had his throat cut and nearly died. You must never get angry while speaking to a charge. Instead, the next time Jaskier is being irritating, why don't you try ignoring him? If you don't acknowledge him, he will eventually get bored and will settle down on his own. You know this for sure? Of course. It works with all of the children that I babysit for. Jaskier isn't a child. Oh, but I thought by the way you were talking about him. You know what? No, I'm positive that this will work. Here we are, sir. Caermoren. Thank you for the advice, Marianne. I will be sure to consider it. Here. What am I meant to do with this? You mentioned you had your own monster problems. You helped me, and this is my way of helping you. I meant the kids I was babysitting for, not actual monsters! It was just a figure of speech! I don't recommend using that dagger on any of your babysitting charges. Here we are. Thanks. Well, that was certainly something. Oh, the people you meet on a rideshare. Toss a coin to your witcher, a friend of humanity. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is for sure one road trip that I would have loved to have been a part of. Geralt and Marianne may not look like they have anything in common on the surface, but you know, deep down they are both just babysitters at heart. Although I'm not entirely sure who has the harder job. Although in this situation, I think the Uber driver was the one completely out of their element here, because who would want Geralt and Marianne sitting in the backseat of your car? I mean, seriously. Don't forget to leave a comment below to your entry if you have done today's challenge. You have until the end of the readathon in your time zone to get your entries in, so don't worry if you haven't yet come up with something, you still have a couple of days left. Make sure you are also following us over on our Twitter and our Instagram pages, because we have been hosting reading sprints all week long on Twitter, and we have been posting daily photos on Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow for Kat's Day 6 host video.